y'all, welcome back to the channel. It is another cold day here in Central Florida. Got in the 30s, low 30s last night, and it ain't far past that. It's still about 35, I think, outside. So I'm gonna start the truck. Gotta give her a second here. Yeah, today we're gonna do our factory air box versus the S&B sound comparison. Okay, here we go. Girl is not happy. I don't blame her, I'm not happy either. So real quick though, for some of you that don't know, and I don't know if it's just the second or if it's just the third gens. I don't know if the second gens do it or the fourth gens do it, but if you have a third gen, and this truck has no tuning, so it's not a tune or something that I uploaded. Excuse me. But if you have a third gen, okay, and you're looking for high idle, again, without any kind of tuning, your factory truck has a high idle setting built in, and all you have to do is turn the cruise control on and hold the set button down. You should be able to hear that, and it will go into high idle. Now it goes, mine's set at 1100. I don't know if they're all at 1100. I think so. I think even the 06, when you crank it up, if you engage the factory high idle, I'm pretty sure it goes to 1100. And then if you want to raise or lower the idle, you hit the accelerate or decelerate button, you know, again on the cruise control buttons, maybe cruise control controls. Is that redundant? But either way, so if you want to raise the idle, you know, maybe you want it set at 1500 RPM or however, you know, you just hold the resume or the acceleration, same thing. You hold the button down until it gets to where you want it to be, turn loose of it, and then it'll set wherever you have it. And then when you're ready to do something, you know, back at the driveway or whatever, as soon as you hit the brake, just like when you're going down the highway, as soon as you hit the brake, it'll cut back down to the normal 750. I'm sure a lot of you northern guys are laughing at me right now because I got high idle engaged at 39 degrees, but I just like to run high idle. I'm actually going to turn it up just a hair. I actually like to run high idle when it's cold like this, and I know it's not, you know, insanely cold or nothing, but when the grid heater's running or cycling, I do like to run the high idle until the grid heater stops cycling. It does put a load on the engine, and when it's cold, I just don't like it, so I just run the high idle. That's just me. I'm a firm believer in getting your truck somewhat warmed up before you start doing anything with it. And, you know, I know there's a lot of guys out there that don't. I know there's a lot of guys out there that fire the truck up, coolant temp 70 degrees, and, you know, they're out there merging on the highway, you know, half throttle, 3/4 throttle, whatever. I'm just not a fan of that. So anyway, what we're gonna do, we're gonna get the truck turned around, backed up to the garage. I gotta load up some stuff. We're headed over to Auto RX to see Ryan. Got to get some stuff done on this truck, and I got to drop some stuff off for the project truck. I'm not even gonna say anything about the project truck because I have no idea the status of it and whether or not we'll be able to see anything. So yeah, just keep fingers crossed, I guess. Alright y'all, so we are in the truck, headed to go see our boy Ryan at Auto RX. As you can see, we got some stuff with me here. I got some stuff for the project truck, and then I also have the 5-inch in the back, so I bet you can figure out what we're going to do with that. So anyway, the main focus, I guess, of today's video. So what I'm going to do is I've got some video of what it was like driving around in this truck. I don't know if you can hear it now, but that turbo is singing, boy. But anyway, so I got some video of what it was like with the stock or the factory air the factory air intake box. I can speak. So I got some video of that to kind of give you guys a comparison. Now, one thing is I did not realize, because I've never taken the air box off, but or I didn't check turbo or anything when I bought it. But the one thing is this truck actually did already have the silencer ring removed on it. So both videos will be, because obviously I didn't put the silencer ring back in it when I put the S&B on it. So so naturally both videos are with the silencer ring removed. But the factory airbox video, basically all you can hear is the tires, but I'm going to post it anyway, so I'll post that now. As you heard in that video, it's mainly just the tires. I mean, you might be able to hear a little tiny bit of turbo whistle, but it's very, very minimal, very faint, if any. The factory airbox just, you know, it's got baffles and stuff in it to keep you from being able to hear, you know, the turbocharger. For some reason, most people, I guess, don't like that. I don't know, but I guess most people don't like it. But anyway, I pulled the factory airbox. I'm probably going to use it as a thumbnail for this video, so it may or may not have been the thumbnail. But when I pulled the factory airbox, that air filter was a special kind of dirty. Like, I had no idea it was like that. That's bad on me. I'm usually way better at checking stuff from a dealer or from a private individual when I buy it. I know the air filter is not that big a deal, but considering I've put about 4,000 miles on this truck since I bought it, and that factory air filter was, it was bad. So if I didn't use this thumbnail, even if I did, I'm going to go ahead and post a picture of it so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So yeah, that air filter is, it is way dirty. I couldn't believe that. I mean, that blew me away. I had no idea that thing was that dirty. It's a wonder the truck could even run, really. I mean, that's the dirtiest one I've seen. I mean, if you guys seen worse, I'm sure, but that's probably one of the worst ones I've ever seen. So yeah, that was way, way ready to be changed. So I'm glad that I did the intake when I did. So now I'll post the video of the S&B drive around. Again, you can probably hear it in this video when we drive it now. I don't know how well the camera's going to pick it up on the windshield mount, but hopefully it picks it up pretty decent. So I'll go ahead and upload the after video now. Stick the camera over by the dash, see if you guys can hear it a little better over there. Noticeably louder. Give it one more good rev. So as you guys can tell, big difference in sound. Mainly one you can hear the turbo and one you can't. So yeah, I mean, I've done several of these intakes, and that's pretty typically how it goes. You know, I mean, the factory turbo, it's not, you know, super loud anyway, but with the factory airbox and everything they do to quieten them down, I mean, they're just almost non-existent. But with the S&B intake, it's just enough, gives it a nice whistle. It's not going to be as loud as, you know, like a twin turbo setup or compound turbo setup or anything like that, or even any S400 base turbo is going to be louder, or like your fleece cheetahs and things like that. But as far as, you know, factory turbo is concerned, that's the best, in my opinion, that's the best modification you can do for sound. You're not really going to pick up a lot of power, as I mentioned before, but in my opinion, the sound's worth it. And it's just, you know, it's just a better setup altogether. And when you're running some tuning or something later on, you know, it'll be a somewhat noticeable drop in your EGTs. Really the factory exhaust housing on your HE351 CW is really where your restrictions at, not really your intake, but it does make it makes a slight difference. Okay, it makes a slight difference. So, you know, so I mean, it's there, and that you know, that's enough for me. You know, just how clean it looks, how clean and nice the install is, the high quality S&B filters, and this isn't a plug for S&B. I'm just saying these are all the reasons why I always buy the S&B. So I mean, you know, the ease of replacement and all that stuff. I mean, it's just, yeah, you know. Plus the sound. I mean, that sound never gets old. And we'll just slide around in the back. But we have our exhaust because, like I told you in a previous video, my exhaust hanger broke right up under the cab, and so man, it's been rattling and driving me crazy. So I've had the exhaust, so I'm gonna take it down there and have Ryan put it on for me. So obviously there will be an exhaust video coming. Also, on an exhaust note, something I thought was kind of weird. I thought maybe you guys might know something. I don't know. I'm sure there's people out there that know a lot more about it than me. But I don't know. Maybe you guys can give me some insight. But so my buddy with the Silver 06, he's got the same exhaust setup that I'm running on this truck, and his truck is quieter, and we can't figure out why. They're both 5.9s. They both are running the factory pipe. Neither one of them have a cat or a muffler, so we can't figure it out. You know, I got up under the truck, the pipe that they use to replace the cat and the muffler, it's the right size. It's not a smaller pipe. You know, they didn't use some reducers or nothing like that. It's a smaller pipe. I know every truck's different, and it, well, we're going over the overpass. I don't know if you guys can hear me still good or not. But, you know, I know every truck is different, and so maybe just chalk it up to that. But, yeah, I mean, and his truck is not, you know, extremely quiet, but when you walk behind my truck, just sitting there at an idle, if you walk behind my truck, and then you go over and walk behind his truck, you'll be like, yeah, your truck is, you know, I mean, it's louder. I mean, it's not, you know, it's not like crazy loud, like the difference between, you know, a 5-inch and a stock pipe, but it's noticeably louder. It's loud enough where you'd be like, yeah, it's, you know, your truck definitely sounds louder. So no idea why that is. So if anybody's got any insight on that, you know, drop me a comment, let me know, because to me it doesn't make any sense. So I don't know, maybe there's something I'm missing, but and everything else is factory turbo. Or, I'm sorry. Everything else is factory on the truck. Factory turbo, factory downpipe, factory manifold. I mean, on both trucks, like nothing's been touched, so I have no idea. Actually ordered the S&B intake. I mentioned that in my last video on the 2019 Ram. So if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. He actually did order the intake already, so his intake should be coming in the next few days, probably sometime next week. So we will be installing on his truck. So there will still be an install video coming, and then also I know I did this in the other video, but you know, I just want to thank everybody for watching the videos, and you know, and subscribing for those of you that have, and liking the videos and things like that. You know, I mean, I work full time, and I just do this on the side for fun. I mean, this is stuff that I do anyway, so I figured, you know, I'll make a YouTube channel, you know, bring you guys along, kind of show you guys what I'm doing. So I just want to say that I appreciate all the support. I know I'm not a big channel. I know I don't have a big following or anything, but yeah, I really do appreciate every single view and everybody that's, you know, coming to check out my videos. I really do appreciate it. So just wanted to get that out there. But yeah, so yeah, so that's what we got going on, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tried to get the best, you know, quality that I could for the intake video. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Give me a big thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.